Hello and welcome to today's crystal ball reading. So today, hopefully we have about 2 hours. So not a super short stream for once, so that's great. And I know it's a bit early for some of you, but I hope that, I hope a lot of you can make it and I hope that we do get some new people in as well. So yes, really nice to see you. Glad to have some time. So yeah, great. Um, Kieran, hello and welcome. Pooja, hello. I'm very well. I hope you are well. And Sid, hello. Really nice to see you. Guys, don't forget to like the video. Please like the video. Kevin, Ella. Yes, we have a lot of members in. That is great. That is great. So, just let me know if the music is a little bit too quiet. I can turn it up. And yes, please like the video. I greatly appreciate that. And I will get to the questions. So we have a request for an Acacia card, which we don't have Acacia cards at the moment. So we still have kind of similar cards to what we have been using lately. So we have Chakra, we have Druid Wisdom, we have Angel cards, Seraph Soul Angels, as always. We have, spell casting. We have spirit animal. We have love, Cupid love cards here. We also have Sufi wisdom, and last but not least, Earth magic. So please do choose out of those cards if you feel drawn to any of those cards. Spirit animal, did I say that? If you feel drawn to any of those cards, please do choose one and let me know, and I will happily pick you one of those cards. So bear with me. I'm just going to check this message I have, but do like the video if you haven't liked it already. If you are new, I'm Venus. This is Secret Frequencies. We do many different readings like this every week. Try to get on like 5 times a week. This is Crystal Ball. So ask specific questions for the Crystal Ball. Leave your full name and date of birth if you are new. It's free. If you're super urgent for your question to be answered, you are very welcome to send a super chat. I will answer the super chats as they come in, so they will be prioritized. But if you are just commenting in the chat, I will be behind in the chat. So have patience for me to get to you. Do not spam the chat with the same question. I will get to you. Don't repeat questions, okay? But bear with me. I'm just going to reply to this message and then I will get to the questions. 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, okay. So now Acacia, unfortunately, Kieran. So for Kieran, I will choose you a Sufi. Let's do Sufi for Kieran. So we have Dawn of Love. You have Dawn of Love. So this is love is rising on the horizon of your life. Very, very nice. Love is rising on the horizon of your life. So love coming in very soon. And love can be, romantic, it can be platonic, it can be family, it can be pets, but love. Generally, we're looking at romantic love there with that. So I'm very well, Pooja. I hope you are well, and Kevin as well. I hope you are well. Kevin says, "What are Tanya's current feelings and thoughts about me?" Now, okay. So we're getting there's a lot of care energy. We're getting a lot of love and care and very strong and positive connection emotions. Generally looking quite platonic, but there is a little bit of attraction there. Maybe you feel that. But yeah, generally I would say quite platonic there. Tamika says, oh my gosh, I'm finally here for yeah, I'm glad I could do a time that suits you. So yeah, that's great. Really nice to see you. Sid says, why was Declan L in my dream last night and why were we holding hands? Okay. A very positive message to the stream. It's almost like, I don't know, it feels like a little bit like an apology or, you know, I'm sorry that we drifted apart, or it's kind of that kind of energy, like it's, you know, almost like an apologetic or a, you know, it would be nice to reconnect, or there's a very kind of nice energy with that. Ella says, can you please check Andrea's current feelings for me and our relationship? Of course. So getting very positive feelings, very positive emotions. I know I keep talking about this connection having a bit of an upward trajectory going on. It doesn't feel like too much improvement at the moment, but it does seem like it's getting there. It seems like it's like baby steps up this hill, you know? So mostly I would say positive. Not too much change though. Kira says, what's going on between my friend Lyric and her boyfriend LJ? Okay. There's a little bit of turbulence there. There's a little bit of conflict, a little bit of turbulent kind of energy, but mostly we're seeing positive. It does seem like, oh, we're going to work through this, or oh, we're trying, you know? So there we are. Pooja says, what are N's thoughts and feelings when we first met in a training class? Okay. Yes, so it seems kind of like there's some level of attraction, there's some level of being drawn to you, a bit of a magnetic attraction. I wouldn't say fully romantic or fully, you know, physical attraction in the like passionate romantic sense right away, but definitely a feeling like there's something there, you know, I'm drawn to this person in some way. Sid says, where is Hope? Okay. So it seems like Hope will be with you today, some point today. AA, hello, welcome. Mangala, hello, welcome. AA says Asha's thoughts for me today. Okay. Not really getting anything today. It feels like maybe there's a bit of focus on other things. You're not so much on the mind today. Pooja says, how is N and A's relationship? This is looking pretty good. I'm getting good energy on the relationship. Kieran says, what's going between my friend Alondra and her boyfriend F? This seems positive. I'm feeling like very good energies with this one. Like things are going well. Sid says, when will Hope be back? Yes, so at some point today. Ella says, I also write you an email. Oh, okay. I will check that. I thought I was fully caught up before I jumped on. So Ella, thank you. I will check your email after this. AA says, how did Asha feel after my message on Wednesday? I'm getting a bit of a nice feeling. Nothing too strong, nothing too much, but I'm getting like a warmth and a nice feeling. Let's just turn this music up a little bit. It's a little bit quiet. Let's see. Okay. Oh, sorry. Sid says, where's Ball? Okay. A little bit traversing realms a little bit at the moment. I would say back in maybe 2 days, 2 to 3. Pooja says, what are N's most recent thoughts about me, if any? I'm not getting anything from recent rally, I'm sorry about that. Mohammed says, how does Sophia feel towards me now, and is she angry with me? There's definitely a distance from you, and there's definitely I wouldn't say not caring as in like deeply caring, like what happens to you and that you're well, but I feel like a little bit of not caring like about the connection, maybe I would say. But not hating, not angry. Kevin says, how that I am in Jen AI team Will they send me to Europe or somewhere for a project next year? Any percentage? Okay. I'm guessing like 60 at the moment. I'm guessing 60. Kieran says, why are angels showing me 22222? Okay. This is interesting because it kind of resonates with the card that you got, Sufi Wisdom, because 2222, very, very indicative and predictive of a connection coming together, a very strong bond. So it doesn't have to be romantic, but often is, but someone who's really going to improve your life, make you feel happy, you know? Mangala says, why is my husband Shiva and what's the intention? Does he want money from me? Okay. I feel like there's some elements of thinking about money, thinking about the financial kind of outcome of the situation, but I do also feel like there's some level of a desire to make things better as well. I do feel that. Sid says, when will Vol be back? And answer that, I think. Angel card for Kevin. Yes, of course. Let's see. Yes, I feel drawn to this one. You have Pursue by Archangel Raphael. Opportunity. Healing others is your true destiny within this lifetime. You may currently work in a healing environment, in mainstream healing work or holistic fields, but feel there may be more that you can do to help others. What is stopping you pursuing that career change? Only you. Explore these other fields and you will be surprised what opportunities are there when you begin to open your eyes and look with renewed vision. Know that Archangel Raphael is always with you, supporting you on this rewarding path. Now, when we get a message like that we're supposed to be healing, that's our kind of realm, it doesn't always mean healing work, like being a nurse, being a carer, being a holistic therapist, being a Reiki master. It's not always about that. You might heal and help people in a different way, but it's just saying that the direction and the route that your life path goes into in your career, there's definitely a helping people in some way. So you could heal people in the different ways than like spiritually, you can heal people emotionally, you can heal people's problems, you can help people and that helps to heal them. So the card's very literal like that, but it can be help and healing in different ways. It can always manifest in different ways. If you haven't liked the video yet, please do like it. I greatly appreciate that. Sid says, where is Fairy You? With you already. AA says, what does Asha love about me? I'm not really guessing anything different for that. I know you ask that quite often. I'm not guessing anything different. Tamika says, I'm planning on studying in Italy, but looking for jobs in France after I graduate. Will I find a job in the arts in France, or should I stay in Italy? I am getting much higher prominence of Italy. I wouldn't say France is not a good idea, but higher prominence seems to be Italy. Ella says, please can I get a chakra card to understand which one is blocked for Andrea? Maybe we can get some guidance. Okay, so let's do one for him then, okay. So, okay, we have prayer and we have the solar plexus. And this is, yeah, of course, the solar plexus and it's prayer. So, healing on the solar plexus is needed a little bit more, maybe some amplifying, maybe upkeeping and protection of that area. And then, of course, we can use prayer as well as healing to help that. So if you are new, I'm Venus, this is Secret Frequencies, and we do readings like this pretty much all of the time, like 5 streams a week at least. We have crystal ball, tarot, pendulum, all different types of readings you can see on my channel. And yes, if you are new, just post your question. Have a look in the chat if you're not sure what kind of questions people kind of ask. I don't answer broad questions like what's coming in my love path, what's coming in finances. They're too broad and too open. You need to ask specific questions for the crystal ball so that I can get through everyone. I can't sit and do a half an hour reading with one person. But yes, you're all very welcome and it is free. If you're desperate for your question answered, you can send a super chat. But if you just wait for me to get to you in the chat, it's free. I'm behind in the chat, so give me some time. So a love card for Kevin, and we have True Love. True Love. This is the romance of a lifetime. True and lasting love is here for you. Very, very nice. Kieran says, how will be the coming December month for me, yeah. A little bit broad. So you're looking at love energy, money energy. Please, guys, ask a little bit more specific questions. You know, if I was going to do like a December reading for Kieran, maybe I could be here for like 20 minutes doing a December reading, you know? And I want to give other people a chance. So that's why we ask specific questions, so everybody can get a chance. If you do want a full in-depth reading from me, all of my information is in the description of the video. You have my Facebook, email, and Discord. They're the best ways to contact me. I'm talking too quick. The best ways to contact me. But my website is in the description as well. So you have secretfrequencies.com/shop. You can get all different types of readings that we have on stream, but they're much more in depth for you one-on-one. You can have Reiki, sound healing, cleansers, and you can also have spells done for you, like love and money, and even custom spells. So do check my website out in the description. Everything is very reasonably priced. Mohammed says, what good message that's coming for me soon? What good message coming for me soon? I can pull a card for that. Let's see. We'll do an angel message for that. Let's see. Okay. So we have future with Archangel Michael from Mohammed. Contemplation. You need to talk, speak to people you trust about how you are feeling at the moment, and listen to their advice. You feel like you are in a state of suspended animation. Be reassured you are exactly where you should be at this moment. You are going through a process of change, and it will be very beneficial to you. You have a lot of understanding and empathy for others, and this will serve you well with your future choices, as you'll be helping others in some form of teaching, counselling, support, or leadership role. However, have that time out to contemplate exactly which area this will be in. When you are ready to know Archangel Michael will provide you with the courage to take the step. So Archangel Michael can help you with that. If you haven't liked the video yet, please do like it. I greatly appreciate that. A love card for Ella. There we are. Oh, so you have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Now, separation doesn't always mean we're breaking up. We can take a break. We can have actual physical distance. Sometimes it's referring to being physically distant. But it might be that you're currently in a state of separation. If you're not fully together or fully committed or fully official, it can also link to that. So yeah, don't be too worried. Maybe you'll spend a little bit of time in distance, not actually separated. Chakra card for Kieran. So you have service. You have service and you have the sacral chakra. So the sacral chakra is about our inspiration. It's about our creative energy, our creative flow. And it's about passion and inspiration. So if you're going into a realm of service for others, it's very likely to be in a creative way. Doesn't mean that it has to be in the art, you know, it might be quite a logical kind of job role, but you're using your creativity in some way to serve others. Pusha says, why do I often see my maternal family house or location in my dreams? It's guiding you to something that needs to be released in the child healing. Alice says, can I please get an animal card for some guidance for myself? Yes. So you have animal. Oh, you have the dove spirit very close to my totem animal of the pigeon. So you have dove spirit, be peace. Be peace. So sometimes when we feel we need peace, we need to be in that peaceful energy. Be peace for someone else, like hold space for others and be peace, or be peace for ourselves. The dove totem animal can help us with that. Kieran says, what's my financial blockage? If you're having financial blockage, please keep working on your root chakra. Keep working on your root chakra. Sid says, will all of my spirits be here for my first sober anniversary on the 29th? Let's see. Yes. I'm guessing a yes on that. AA says, Ali's thoughts for me today. It does seem you've come into the mind and there's been positive energy surrounding that. It's a fleeting thought, fleeting images of like past things, of how you look and things like that. Very fleeting, but positive. Kieran says Druid Wisdom. Here we are. Cave of Echoes. Can you hear the echo of music in Fingal's cave within? Your heart always has a song to sing. A retreat will do good for the soul. So you might need a bit of a retreat, whether that's a spiritual retreat or just time away, a little bit of alone time or a little holiday time maybe. Carry aquamarine for calm and clarity. So aquamarine, I don't know why I can't say that word. The aquamarine crystal, aquamarine, for clarity. Very nice. Mohammed says, I dreamed about, I read Lulu's Instagram account, she's single wife. What's the meaning? It's a desire dream about you kind of desiring this person. So that's all it is, really. Kevin says, what can I expect in my love life for this December? So it do seem to have a little bit of an increase in positive energy. So it do seem to have a bit of an increase in positive energy. So there could be a interest that comes up, someone that shows interest, or you might be physically looking, actively searching. It does seem online, so just bear that in mind. Mangala says, will there be conflicts and misunderstandings again in our relationship in coming weeks, or do you see more improvement? I see some conflicts, but not too many. I do see some conflicts. It feels like mostly improvement, but I do see some conflicts. Jasmine says, hi, lovely. How are you? Am I wrong about my stance on my argument against Randall? He's trying to call me a liar. Am I a liar? Well, it's very lovely to see you. I'm very well. I hope you are well. So I'm really glad that you could join with it being, you know, an early stream. Let me just check this. I think it's just a super sticker from Maya. Woohoo! Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it, guys. Any support to the channel, super stickers, super chats, anything, I greatly appreciate. We have a lot of next week is going to be full of member streams. So we're going to have heart chakra crystal balls, normal crystal balls, and the extra channeling that's needed as well. So full of members streams next week. So if you're a member next week, you're going to get a lot of streams. So Maya, thank you very much for that. I greatly appreciate that. Love, light and blessings. Shout out to Maya. So Jasmine, back to the question. Let me see. So I'm guessing a no. I'm guessing gaslight kind of energies. I'm guessing a no on that. You're not a liar. Sid says, is anybody thinking of doing black magic love spell on me? No. I get a no on that. Romance angel for Kieran. Here we go. You are enough. The person you are meant to be with will love you the way you are. You don't need to change. You are enough. Maya, hello and welcome. I know I just saw the super sticker, so I greatly appreciate that, but it's lovely to see you. Sid says it's Christy in a wheelchair or on crutches. Yeah, there's something there. I think it's crutches. There's something there, definitely. Mohammed says romance angel. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship, so we must be careful at the moment with who we are giving your romantic energy to, because someone might be being fake with you, so be careful of that. If you have not liked the video yet, please like it, guys. Alice says, is Andrea in love with me, or is it just strong feelings and lust in love, and isn't in love yet? Sorry, and isn't in love yet. I'm guessing love. No, it does feel like love. Chakra card for Maya. Perseverance. Perseverance in the sacral chakra. This could mean that there's a creative project you really need to persevere with and keep going with, don't give up on, or there's a romantic path that you need to not give up on. It's like, it might not be exactly where you want it right now, but do not give up on your romantic path. Kieran says, do I have any negative energy or attachment on me? You're picking up a lot of negative energy from the surroundings, so I think that you need to protect your aura a little bit, maybe a bit of cleansing there. Druid wisdom for Maya. There we are. So you have the Hermit's home. A house is both a simple building, a home. However, it's the warmest kind of feeling. Place Tillandsia air plants in the home for resilience and healing. So I'm not sure exactly which plant that is. I haven't probably seen it but not known the name. So if I can get it to focus, I might be able to see that what that is. I think it's called a Tillandsia. So yeah, houseplant. Very nice. Kelsey, will I find love this year? It's looking more like the first quarter of next year than this year. I wouldn't say there's no possibility. It just seems a little bit low. McCullough says, will I get someone new love in 2026? Yes, I do. Bethany says, Grand Awakening. Hello and welcome, Bethany. Kelsey says, does my ex SM still think about me? Yes, we're getting a yes on that. Pusha says, what is the guidance for my guides for me as I want to become financially independent? So sorry. It's really like 2 p.m. so I shouldn't be yawning, so I apologize for that. Pooja says, what's the guidance from my guides for me as I want to become financially independent? Okay. It seems to be like a self-employed kind of path. It seems to be like guidance to just keep going and focus on what you're working for yourself on. And it does seem to be a bit of spirituality linked to that, like working spiritually with people as well. Sid says, oh, why are so many unbound spirits appearing to me as orbs? It's your connection. You're like me, you're very, very interdimensional. So they will connect with you because they know that you can see them. Maya says angel card. Yes, for Maya. Let's see. So we have dreams. I've got Archangel Jophiel. We have dreams. So here are empower. This is all about you and your self-illumination and beliefs. Others may question your talents, your strengths, your abilities, and beautiful energies. You are a bright beam of shining light, brightening up the world. Let no one dim this light. Your energies are boosted by Archangel Jophiel, providing you with confidence to pursue your dreams and is ensuring that you have all the knowledge required to do this. Very nice. Yes. Sorry about that. Mangala, is he coming out of his toxic nature or remains the same? I am feeling like remaining the same, but it's like there's efforts to come out of it. There is trying and attempts. Spellcasting for Maya. You have answers. So you're going to get the answers that you seek and that you deserve, but most likely they are going to come through ancestors and spirit guides. But you are going to get the answers that you're looking for and that you deserve to find. Kevin says, can I know more about what exactly this Arcturian awakening that I'm going through is about? Any method for me to navigate better? Okay. So there's definitely a journey of like an element and a journey of self-discovery here. So it does seem like I can't give everything, like all of the answers, but there definitely is kind of like when we're going through these different phases and patterns of who we connect with, you might connect with guides, ancestors, all of that. Feels like you're stepping out of an ancestor kind of phase and going into a starseed phase. So do make sure that you continue to keep connecting with them, calling out to them, looking in the sky, meditating on them and everything like that, because they really want to connect with you at this moment. And it's very much about it's about kind of like lighting up some of your dormant parts of your spiritual self and things like that. But definitely there's an element of awakening more your starseed connection. So you need to keep trying to make the contact with them, basically. Tamika says, I suck at languages. Should I learn Italian or French if I'm going to study in Italy for 2 years, but hope to work in France in the arts? Okay. Yeah, I really am guessing Italy for you. I'm guessing, I mean, you could learn both eventually, maybe, but I'm guessing Italy for you. Maya says spirit animal. Oh, you have the Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. So using the Antelope Spirit, kind of similar to the Horse Totem where we're using it for the momentum of our life path. But the Horse Totem can be very steady momentum, and the Antelope's kind of like, what area do you really need to speed up right now? What area needs fast movement? Connect with the Antelope Spirit for fast movement. Sag Girl, hello and welcome. Pooja, how my energy feel now as to open the new love path? It feels like you're still hung up a little bit on the past, but it definitely is getting there. Mangala says, is there anyone in our family wants us to separate and manipulating him? I just got like mother energy coming through. Love cards from Samuel for Maya. They are the one. You have already met the romantic partner that you seek. Very nice. If you haven't liked the video yet, please do like it. I greatly appreciate that. Sash Girl says, is Jay taking me to a high-class restaurant? I guess a no on that, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say. But hopefully that energy can change. Kevin says spell casting, of course. Friendship. Friendship. So really, make sure you are nurturing your old friendships. If there's anyone that you keep meaning to reach out to, you keep meaning to reconnect with, make sure you do that. But do also be very open to new friendships opening up soon. And don't miss out on that opportunity. If someone seems like they're kind of trying to open up to you, kind of trying to start a friendship, be receptive to that. Good morning, Sag Girl. Maya says a Sufi wisdom. There we are. Beyond the ego, surrender to the flow of life. So you do need a little bit of surrender at the moment. The flow of the universe is trying to carry you somewhere to where you need to be. So give in, open up to the universe, let it take you where you need to be. Jasmine says, will Randall ever take accountability for abusing me and my children? I'm not really getting a good energy on that. I really don't think so. I feel like there's going to be a lot of excuses and almost, I would say, lying to himself as well. F magic for Maya. Full moon and contemplation. So using the full moon energy to prioritize, to align, to plan, you know, not necessarily to manifest, but to lay out your priorities, think of what you really need in life, and just make sure you're organizing, planning things, you know. Nina, hello, welcome. Samaya, hello, and welcome. Kevin says, is there someone or something holding A back from communicating with me? Yeah, it really feels like just having a lot more interest elsewhere, unfortunately. Pooja, the story that Em put up on Instagram recently, was that due to some issues, things going on right now in his life? Yes. I guess a yes on that. Maya says, Matthias has been playing Karma already for the mean things he did to me. Yes. I guess a yes on that. Nina says, I want to ask, will Angelo message and does he have feelings towards me? Yes, there are feelings, but I don't feel very strongly on the messaging, especially not in the recent kind of chapter. Tamika says, when are Marie and Simon going to break up for good, or they already have? It feels like before the end of the year. I don't think already, but it feels like before the end of the year. Maya, Yuki, who is Samuel Aries, has been getting karma already for all his evilness towards me. No, I guess a no on that one, I'm sorry to say, for Yuki. Kevin says, what were Kamal's thoughts and feelings for me when we met for the first time this week with our mutual friend, Shruti? I feel like there's a uncertainty, like feeling like I don't fully really know you yet, and I'm still kind of, I'm seeing how things go, but I do get positive energy. It just feels like unsure. Maya says, Maureen Scorpio, Samuel Aries, think I'm interested in his friend Craig. Yes, I guess a yes on that. Nina says, and I want to ask about parents' feelings towards me and about will he contact me anytime soon? Oh, sorry, not parents. Pass his feelings towards me, okay? If I pronounce names wrong, I'm very sorry. There's thinking of reaching out, but I feel like it's just holding back. So I feel like there won't be reaching. I don't even feel like it will be this year. I feel like it will be not in quite a long time. Liverpool, hello and welcome. Should I end things with Aries or should I have patience? I'm guessing move on. I'm really sorry about that, but I do get move on. Nina, hello and welcome. Kevin says love card for me from A, okay? Distance. The separation you are experiencing is necessary to help the relationship grow. So maybe there's a chance in the future, but the distance is necessary right now. If you haven't liked the video yet, please do like it. So I am Venus. This is Secret Frequencies. We do many different types of readings on this channel all the time. Crystal ball, channelings, pendulum, tarot, you know, things like that. So if you are new, just bear in mind I'm behind in the chat. It will take me a while to get to your question. Do not spam the chat. I will get to your question eventually. Maya says Samuel Aries was spying me watching the last live of Twitch, my friend Genesis. Guessing a no on that one. Sasko says good morning. Is Jay done with me? We're not talking. Good morning to you. Is Jay done with you? Okay. I don't feel like fully done. I feel like the communication channel is kind of there. It's like open just in case. But I definitely feel like you're being held as like an option, you know? Unfortunately, I'm sorry to say. Smaya says, do you see if my husband's current company extend our visa? Or someone influenced them, but we didn't get confirmation? Or do you see if we get it through new company? Okay. I feel like positive energy about getting it through this company, actually. Samaya says, any card of your choice, please. Okay, so for Samaya, let's do angel. We'll do an angel. Let's do that. Okay, we have time out with Archangel Camille. So we have the Archangel is reassuring you that you have many friends and family members that will always be there for you and love you for being the wonderful, caring person that you are. Things happen for a reason. At the time, you may not understand why, but be reassured that these are much more beautiful and magical things just around the corner for you. Take this time to do something that you love, treat yourself, have a bit of time, you deserve it. So if you do need time out, if you need that space, if you need that me time or just rest, make sure you're doing that. Maya says, why did I dream my ex Francisco, with who I had a relationship many years ago? I haven't ever thinking about him in a long time. It seems like you were on his mind, so you're picking up on that psychically. Pooja says, what could be the possible outcome for the court case against my aunt who has been living in my mother's property but now refused to vacate? And there will be having to leave, but it seems like it will be in some time. It doesn't feel like it will be super soon, unfortunately. Kevin says, why do I feel so much negative energy from Samiksha? Why does it feel draining even when I'm trying to make it work as friends? Yeah, this person has negative attachment and they're kind of, it's like energy vampire, you know, energy vampire to you. I'm sorry about that. I would keep it distant personally if you can. Maya says, Samuel went to go to the office today or he worked from home. I'm getting office come through. Annabelle, will African Bank give me so stronger services than money before Xmas? I guess a yes on that. And hello and welcome, Annabelle. It's lovely to see you. Dorella, hello and welcome. Mohammed says any card of your choice. Let's do a love card for you. Oh, there we are. Engagement. Your love life is soon ascending to a higher level of commitment. So when we get the engagement card, it's all about, it can be a path to engagement, but it's all about that next level. So if you are single, you will meet someone. If you've met someone, you will get in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, you will maybe get engaged. And if you're engaged, you might get married. Anything like that. It's just the next level, but it can lead to engagement eventually. Pooja, would I meet the soulmate person in a different city than where I'm currently living in? Yes. I guess a yes on that. Dorella says, hi everyone, which is very nice, very sweet. And Dorella says, when will TL be reaching out to me? He's a Cancer. I get like within a month. Maya says, Samuel Arias thinks I am a fair person. No, I get a no on that, unfortunately. Dorella says, please press the like button to get this live stream into the YouTube algorithms so other people can view it. Thank you very much, Dorella. I greatly appreciate that. And yes, if you have not liked the video yet, please do like it. If you are new here, I am Venus. This is Secret Frequencies. And we do many different types of readings like this all the time. So today is Crystal Ball. You can check my channel for the other types of readings that I do. The cards that we have today, I'll go back over them. If you feel drawn to any card as I pull it, feel free to ask for it. So we have Chakra, we have Druid Wisdom, we have Angel cards, we have Spirit Animal, we have Spellcasting, we have Earth Magic, we have Sufi Wisdom, and we have Love as well. Very nice. So yeah, you can choose any of those cards. Beauty with Nature says like 30, and I appreciate that. Does Goha miss me? Okay. Yes. I guess a yes on that. Maya says something Samuel wants to tell me but doesn't dare to. Okay. No. I guess a no on that. Beauty of Nature says, will Creaser get a government job? Yes, I get a yes on that. Jasmine says, what do my guides have to say about this continuous conversation I keep having with Randall? Ever since we left court, he just keeps trying to force me to agree with him about things, and I don't at all. Yes, there's a very strong energy of standing your ground, standing for what is true. Being in your truth and standing your ground, not caving and giving in, basically. Pooja says, when could be the possible time that I meet the soulmate person for the first time? It feels like they could already be in your realm, like you kind of know them, but maybe you're not, maybe they're acquaintance or friend of a friend, but I feel more like kind of maybe March time, you might become aware fully of that they are your person. Jarella says, was TL mad that I went out last night? Was he jealous? I feel a little bit of jealousy there, yes, I would say. Beauty of Nature says career guidance with Creaser. I don't know what you mean. That's not a question. It's a bit too open. Career guidance, it could be anything. I'm sorry about that. It's a bit too broad. Maya says, my ex-friend Anna Sophia is a mean and envious person. I was watching her on camera the other day and I got a bad vibe from her. So is this person mean and envious? I would say there's a bit of mean energy. Yeah, I would say. Beauty of Nature says card from Goa to Creaser. Okay. So love card we have unbreakable love. This person has genuine love for you. You can overcome any issues that may arise. Okay, and overcoming any issues. Kevin, what is the possibility for Capgemini to sponsor me an MBA degree? Any percentage and timeline? I get like mid next year to September, mid to September. Dorella says, oh, thank you, Dorella, for moderating in the chat. I appreciate that. Just one card for you for Beauty of Nature. Let's do Druid Wisdom for Beauty of Nature. There we are. Avalon Apples. Line your seeds of passion up row by row. Time moves differently when you nurture what you love to grow. Meditate with Ruby to awaken the heart yearning. So ruby is the crystal you're being guided to at the moment. Very nice. Maya says, Samuel Aries show himself offline and Discord because he wants to spy what I do and my movements in that application. I'm getting a no on that. It feels a little bit more like a privacy, like there's certain people he's not wanting to message him. Feels more like that. Joel says, is my son going to marry his present girlfriend? I guess a yes on that. Maya says, is it truth that my bro-in-law David Aries is divorcing Kathia soon? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Mangla says, does he still carry our past issues and have grudges? I'm unable to trust him completely, and he was toxic. Yes, I guess a yes on that. Maya says, this woman I will meet tomorrow, the one that applies the laser on me, is so untrustworthy. Sometimes I feel she could betray me. I get trustworthy energy there. I get very trustworthy energy. Who just says, me and Anne once went to a wedding event together. After coming back from there, he said something changed between us. How was he feeling about our connection at that point? It's kind of like a energy of like seeing that happen and realizing that it's not really what he wanted with you. Unfortunately, I'm sorry about that. Dorella says, will TL and I be spending Christmas together? I feel like there's a possibility. I feel there's possibilities. Maybe it's like 40%, unfortunately. Jasmine says, is it safe to say that Randall abused my 2 older kids, or is that a bit extreme of a word to use? I feel like it depends on what you say, you know, because there's verbal abuse, which could include manipulation, and then there's like physical abuse. I feel like maybe it's just being very mindful of how you say it and what other words you use surrounding that. Travella says, is TL getting divorced? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Marine says, Samuel Aries have been thinking of me today? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Mangla says, does he still plan to live with his parents and bring them to our own home? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Sorella says, does ND cheat on TL? I guess a no on that one. Beauty of Nature says, does Goa regret his behaviour towards Krisa? Mostly, I would say for the most part. I feel like there's some energy of making excuses for it, but yes, I do get some regret. Marine says, Samuel noticed he was an idiot with me by doing the drug joke to me. He kind of said I was addicted, okay? Yes, there's definitely a regretful energy there. Dorella, I greatly appreciate you. You're very sweet. Pooja says, what does the dream of maternal house want me to release? It's just some inner child healing work that you need to do. So connect with your inner child, meditate on that yourself. You know, there's some things like our inner child healing, our connection with our guides, our life purpose. It's not always something that someone can just tell you. Sometimes it's things that we have to kind of do the work and come to that realization ourselves. Mangala says, are we both in karmic relationships? If yes, it always ends up with separation. Okay. Yes, I'm guessing yes on that, unfortunately. Sherelle says, there are 13 people in chat and only 12 likes. You have 2 thumbs. Give Secret Frequencies 1 thumb. I greatly appreciate that. Yes, I'm seeing 15 at the moment. It would be great to get to 20. Our goal is 20, so that would be great. Jarella, shout out to Jarella. I really appreciate that. She says, when do you see TL and I living together? It feels more like end of next year, like September at the earliest, I would say. Maya says, Marine, why Helen from the UK, female friend of my ex, Samuel Aries, is spying on me? So it doesn't really feel like, I feel like there's been a little bit of viewing, kind of seeing what you're doing, but I don't feel like it's very common or frequent. I feel like it's a bit curiosity. Mazzy says, will R continue to support me in the ways I need him? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Maya says, Samuel Aries told his friends Hannah from the UK to spy on me. Yeah, it feels like a very long time ago there was some. Yeah, yes. I'm asking that. Jarella, I appreciate you. Or ND and TL living together. Yes, I guess a yes on that. Maya says, could I manifest easily what I want in my career life? Yes. If you keep focused on it, keep your root chakra clear, I feel like yes. Jarella, tell a friend. Oh, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. Lions and GU, hello and welcome. Maya, how does Samuel Aries feel when he sees me chatting with my female friend Genesis or Genesis? I'm not sure how to say it, but I really like the name. How does Samuel Aries feel when he sees me chatting? Okay. It feels neutral. There's a very, very neutral energy there. I'm very well. I hope you are well. Jarrell says, is my brother getting divorced? It feels like there's been some talk of that, but I wouldn't say it is definitely in on the cards just yet. Maya, is the guy from Uruguay interested in my friend? Yes. I guess a yes on that. Jarrell says, is my sister-in-law SF jealous of me? Unfortunately, I guess a yes on that. Jarrell says, am I going to find a better job soon? So I'm guessing high prominent energy in February and May. So hopefully in February, but if not, it will be May. Aromi says, am I still meeting S within a month? Yes. I guess yes on that. Jasmine says, Randall is trying to get me to agree to telling him who I'm in a relationship with. I don't agree with this as it feels like it's a form of ego and control. He says it's for son's safety and I am wrong, and should I tell him my business? I feel like it's invasive. No, it's totally unnecessary. He has no reason to know that. If you were leaving the children with that person you were with alone, and it was a really serious relationship, you were very serious, and you were leaving the children alone with that person, he may kind of need to know like some details to feel safe or something. But no, I'd say no, and I do think it's being a bit nosy. I'm just going to check my message, but bear with me. So guys, we're still on here for at least another 20, sorry, not 20 minutes, at least another 40 minutes we'll still be on here. So let me just reiterate my spiel here. So, I'm Venus, this is Secret Frequencies. We do many different types of readings like this all the time. We do crystal ball, channelings, tarot, pendulum, love readings, just all different types of readings we do here. So, you're very welcome to join us, to stay with us, to keep, subscribed, keep coming back. All of the readings are free. There are some extra readings for members. Members will always get extra perks. But if you're just a subscriber, you're very welcome. You get free readings. This is free. So if you have patience for me to get to your question in the chat, I am behind in the chat. Please have patience for me to get to you. But I will get to you, and yeah, just have patience. If you're really, really desperate for your question to be answered, you can send a super chat. All super chats and super stickers are greatly appreciated. I love the support to the channel. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. But you can simply support the channel by liking the video and subscribing. So if you have not liked the video yet, please do like it. And as we move through the chat, I will be sure to get to you. But yes, so we have about 40 minutes, at least 40 minutes left. So yes, not leaving just yet. But I'm just going to check a message that's come through on my phone. I'm streaming on my phone. So just stay there. Keep posting your questions. I'll be back with you in 2 minutes, 1 minute, something like that. Let me see. Apologies. I apologize for that. Okay, so Jasmine. Oh yeah. So we did Jasmine's one. Dorella, does FC regret what he did? Yes. I guess a yes on that. Elvis, hello and welcome. I'm wondering when I'm guessing my currency correction check. I'm guessing 6 weeks for that. 6 weeks. Dorella, will TL and I be going on a date? Yes. I guess a yes on that. Maya says God wants me to do White Salvia smoke ritual to send back karma to Yuki for the evil he has done for me. Yes, I guess a yes on that. Jamala, will I meet TL's mom? It's possible. It's possible. It depends how serious you get. I would say yes, but it's possible. Maya, why Samuel Aries thinks I'm interested in his friend Craig. I think he's funny and he looks very old. I feel like you have quite a flirty energy in general, and I feel like it can be mistaken sometimes. Arumi sees his karma with a W over my karma with a W. Yes. I guess a yes on that. Does TL live alone, says Dorella. I guess a no on that one. Boo Boo. Why do I have strange dreams? Or Boo Boo, sorry. Why do I have strange dreams? Okay. So dreams are, I can't really answer that in a simple way. I do dream interpretations. So guys, if you do want dream interpretations done, you can check out my website. That is one of the things I offer, is dream interpretation. I'm very, very practiced in that. But having strange dreams is linked to many things. It can be your third eye is too fast paced. It can be your third eye is unbalanced. It can be your third eye is blocked. But it can also just be because the veil thins to the spirit realm when we're dreaming. So we often have very spiritual messages in dreams or connect with spirits. We also have desire dreams, worry dreams, and things like that. So yeah, there's many, many things that could be going on there. Let me check. I'll check your third eye anyway. Yeah, we're getting fast-paced third eye. Not necessarily a block, although your aura in that area is a little bit weak. You might pick up some negative energy, but mostly it's fast-paced. Satchgirl says, what do you mean Jay will be cold? I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry about that, Satchgirl, I'm sorry. Arumi says, will my ex-friends Jay and Jane meet with their POIs within a year? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Arumi says, will I still not be running into J&J anytime soon? I guess a yes on that as well. Joelle says, will TL be coming with me to the city on New Year's Day? I guess a yes on that. Joelle says, was TL mad that I went out last night? I don't think mad. I feel like mad's a bit strong, but I do feel like there's some negative energy around it. Maya says, is Matthias still envying me? No, I got a no on that. Arumi says, is taking more vitamins and minerals helping my immune system to clear up my eyes and skin? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Satchgirl says, likes, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Kevin says, will Capgemini fully sponsor my MBA degree? Will this happen for sure? It feels quite likely. Like, it feels like I'd say like an 80%. So I want to be very sure on the farms and say that it's for sure. But of course, I'm saying 80% because there's a slight chance of it not. Ankita, hello and welcome. Satchgirl, what do you mean Jay will be cold to me? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm sorry. Arumi says, should I trust Yoti after her words or should I believe the past happening? I feel like this person is not so truthful. Satchgirl, am I going to manifest a home? Yes. Although it feels more like it would be not next year, but the year after, unfortunately. I am guessing yes. Jasmine, Thank you. See you later. I'm out at the grocery store. Have a good day. Love, lights, and blessings to Jasmine. And shout out to Jasmine as a moderator too. Very nice to see you. Hope you have a wonderful day. And I hope to catch you on the next stream. Maya says Maureen is Aries. Samuel, feelings for me. Okay. Positive feelings, still some connection, still some love energy, but mostly keeping it platonic. Ankita, will Jyoti, Daz, 12th of June, finally get over Abhishek and get a new boyfriend or love connection? Okay. Yes, I feel like it might take a long time. I feel like there is a bit of time to wait for this, but I'm guessing a yes. Tarala, is TL going to have a career change? Yes, I get a yes on that. Ankita says, why my batchmates didn't invite me to the party? I feel like there's yet for you to really come into this group, into this clique, if that makes sense. I feel like there's a person you're going to connect with that's going to bring you in. So be very open to one-on-one friendships happening, because it feels like they will bring you into a group. Aria, hello and welcome. Oh, Arumi, is there a romantic energy I get with YC, karmic, or soulmate? Can we navigate collaboration or being creative together without letting tension get in the way? Okay. It feels like, it does feel like soulmate. It feels like a bit more of a platonic soulmate. So I feel like you can learn to not let tension get in the way. Yes. Maureen says, does Samuel think I'm a witch? Yes. Such Girl says, is Jay taking me on a date? Yes. I get a yes on that. Ankita, does AA, the guy I'm thinking about, have nothing for me in feelings than why I felt it? It feels like there's something could build. It feels like there could be a connection here. Something could build, but no, I don't really feel like there's much there yet. Maya says, why has my ex, Francisco Scorpio, been thinking of me lately? And what has he been thinking? I broke up with him around 12 years ago. It feels like you just came into the mind and there's a little bit of like kind of wondering what you might be doing now, or where you are, how things are going. Just feels kind of like curiosity. Aroni, love, light, and blessings to you. Joel says, do you see TL and I getting married next year? No, I guess a no on that. And Keita says, I don't know why I tend to always fall for someone with the initials AA. Very interesting. Funny. Torella says, when do you see me and TL living together? Yeah, I think it would be a few years, at least a year and a half. Sashko says, I asked, was he interested in me? You said he would be cold to me. So yeah, so you're asking why would he be cold? It just feels, it just, the energy just doesn't feel there. It feels a little bit like just not feeling on the same page, not feeling as strongly towards you as you do. Bye, Word, hello and welcome. Should I tell T about my mum's boyfriend? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Maureen says, what has been Samuel's Aries thinking of me today? I do get a lot of thoughts today coming through. Satchgal says, does Taylor Swift have a spell room in her home? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Satchgal says, is Jay a warlock or a witch? I guess a no on that one. And Kita says, actually, the batch is over now. It was batch ending party. Okay, that's interesting. So, the person who you're connecting with that's going to bring you into a group, maybe they're not part of the batch. Maybe it's a different kind of vibe, a different group. Maybe it's like in a job or something. It does feel like a female person that's going to connect with you and bring you into a group. Satchgal says, am I a witch? So I guess a no. But bear in mind that I know a lot of people talk about like needing to be in a bloodline or needing to have a certain thing to be a witch, and that's not the case. You can learn yourself, you can do things yourself if you want to become a witch. A lot of people, of course, have natural abilities. They do have things within their family. I have things within my family. But you can self-teach and you can become a witch if you want to. It might just be more difficult to attain the powers that people who naturally have it do. Sashko says, is Leo returning to me? I guess a yes on that. Maya says, why is my ex Samuel Aries told his friend how to spy on me? Yeah, okay. It seems like it was kind of linked to having like a little bit of an obsession in the past. There definitely was a bit of a difficulty letting go and having a bit of an obsession with you, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say. And Kita says, yes, I'm just daydreaming. Arumi, you're so accurate, thank you. You can call me Aria too, or Ara, not Aria, I'm so sorry. And Kita, will I get article ship soon and when? Yes, feels like a few months, so I feel like this energy might have moved forward a little bit. Feels good. Satsuko says, is Jay going to propose to me? This is a possibility on the more distant path. Yes. Maya says, is Karara, the Uragai guy, interested in me? Yes, I guess a yes on that. And Kita, will ISTA connected with anyone from the OC batch other than Naya? No. Guess a no on that. Sashko says, shake my head. I'm so sorry. Thank you, you're very welcome. Miss Venus, hello. I discovered methylene blue recently. Is it my and my parents' highest good to take it? And how will taking this help or health? Okay. Yeah, I'm getting a really positive energy around it. I'm not 100% on the actual physical effects because they're not coming through, but I'm getting a positive energy on it that it will help in some way. Sashiko says, I don't text Jay or call him in my own world. Sort of busy, me and him not on the same page. You say he... Yeah, you definitely would need to come to some sort of alignment. I do feel like maybe something would happen where you would like align a little bit better. Aries says, greetings, pregnancy timeline of marriage timeline, please. Thank you, Venus. Very nice to see you. It's been a long time. Shout out to Aries. So pregnancy timeline and marriage timeline. Okay. Most prominent pregnancy, I'm seeing February. Marriage timeline, I'm feeling like marriage timeline, September, not next year, but the year after, September. Ankita, I guess I was nobody's friend in the batch. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm that kind of person. I'm the odd one out, you know? That would be me. So I understand. Javella says, does TL live with someone else besides Andy at the moment? No. Guess a no on that. Sashka says, is Honey Ram going to send me cash? I guess a yes on that. Miss Venus, how will methylene blue help my dad's neurological issues? Yeah, and it's not fully coming through, like, in terms of, maybe it's because, like, I'm reading energy and I'm not super scientifical, but it does feel a little bit like there's a restoration of something, whether this is, like, neurotransmitter, or it says in something in the DNA, or something in the cells, you know? But it feels like there's some kind of restoration going on, like physical restoration. I keep to see skipping questions. I didn't skip any question on purpose, so if I skipped a question, I greatly appreciate. I'm very sorry if I skipped a question. It was not my intention. Sometimes it's the way that YouTube filters them. I try to have I have the filter on all messages, so it shouldn't skip any, so apologies if I do. Sashko says, me and Jay are not on the same page. It can happen though, you know, things can align. We might be on paths like this to begin with, but they may come together. Maya says, Kay, from the guy from Uragai, thinks I am a witch. No. Guess a no on that. Miss Venus, is my soulmate significantly older than me or around my age or significantly younger? a little bit older, not very much older, maybe only a few years. Javella says, press the like button. I really appreciate that. We're on 18 likes. So if you could get to 20, I would greatly appreciate it. So I'm still going to be on for... Oh, we do have some time. We have quite a bit of time. So wait, what time is it? Yeah, we have quite a bit of time. So we're going to do at least 20 more minutes, at least. Maybe we'll do half an hour more. We'll see how it goes. Sashko says, you mean into more into him than he is into me? Yes. And Keita says, will Jyoti get her 30k back from A? And if yes, when? And is there something specifically needs to be done to get that back? I'm guessing a no on that, unfortunately. I'm really sorry to say. Miss Venus says, does my soulmate have children of his own already? I guess a no on that. Maya says, is my third eye open? And who to open it even more? How? I think you mean. So yeah. It's quite open, but you don't want to open it too much. You don't want it to be too open or too closed. You want it balanced. But it seems quite open in a positive way. So I would say to keep up with things that you're doing. Any manifestations, affirmations, meditations especially, increase that a little bit more. Miss Venus says, timeline for meeting my soulmate, and how is it most prominent that it will happen? I'm guessing December, and I'm still seeing online as being very prominent. Sorry, so I'm sorry about that. Sashko says, am I more into Jay than he is into me? Yes, I guess a yes on that. And Keita says, of course, dear, I know. You don't do it intentionally, no worries. I just thought I would let you know. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Sashko says, do my ancestors want me with Jay? I guess a neutral energy. So they're not wanting you to, but they're not against that. You know what I mean? Maya says, well, Eric the Gemini want to continue the romance with me. Yes. I guess a yes on that. Miss Venus says, has my soulmate been married before? No. I feel like there may have been some strong commitment, like an engagement, but not a marriage. And does my soulmate speak Spanish? I'm guessing a yes on that. And Keita says, does A intentionally doesn't want to give them money? He is always saying he has financial trouble, but I don't doubt that. What's he thinking? He's trying to get away with not paying it, basically. So yeah, there's definitely a cruel intention behind that. Maya says, the karmic of the ex of Samuel Aries was faithful to him. The ex of Samuel Aries was unfaithful to him with the friend of Samuel. Was he unfaithful with the friend of Samuel? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Sashko says, is my third eye open? Not fully. There's some, I would say it needs to be a bit more open. Miss Venus says, oh, don't be sorry, that's great news. Okay, great. Oh, I like to give the positive answers. He is the one messaged me. That's good. That's good. And my essay is, why Samuel Aries think I'm a witch? There seems to be, it's like you've said something, maybe about manifesting or about something you said has made him think that. Like you've mentioned something along the lines that seems quite witchy, spiritually-esque. Sashko says, I don't call or text Jay. How could I be more into him? Okay. For me, it feels like this person is more on your mind than you are on theirs. So although they might be like calling you or they might be interested in you, I feel like there's interest in a few people. So it's kind of like the priority between you and a few people is like split, you know? But you're a bit more like focused on it. You think about it a bit more. It's on your mind a bit more. Maybe it's subconscious. Maybe there's a subconscious element to it, or spiritual, or like spiritual element to it as well. Yasa, hello, welcome. Maya says some of the members of the Bergling family think I'm a witch. Maybe Swan, Marie, David, Peter, Amelia, or Cathus. Okay. No. I get a no on that. Yasa says, is Yasara what my current company seniors think about me? Oh, what do they think about you? Okay. There's definitely gratitude. I'd say there's gratitude and gratefulness. Yeah, that's what I'd say. Miss Venus says, what is more prominent? Him reaching out in December or January? December. Such girl says, appreciate it. I appreciate you. And Keisha says, what was A's intention? He went to Jyoti's house yesterday to talk to her family after he created the drama. Okay. Yeah, it definitely feels like intention to resolve issues. So resolving issues kind of intention here. Sasha says he likes my photo. Very nice. Maya says, I am a witch or have abilities. Yes, you do. You do have the abilities. Jarella says, when will TL be proposing to me? Seems like it would be at least mid-2027. It seems like it would be quite slow to come on. Sajgal says, he made me think of him more. He made you think, yeah, maybe, yeah. Yusara says, will I be able to have promotion next year? Yes. I guess a yes on that. Jarella says, when do you see TL and I getting married? Yeah, it just feels like quite distant. It feels like it could be like at least a couple of years. Miss Venus, my friend conducted a second light code therapy on me. What did this session accomplish or move in my energy? Okay. It feels like there's some unconscious fears that are releasing, or fears, doubts, kind of things that are holding you back subconsciously seem to be releasing. So that seems to be a bit of like a spiritual or emotional improvement or outcome. Let's see. Sashka says, does Jay want me to get into a fight with his person he is with if he's with someone? No. I guess a no on that. And Keita says, what kind of friendship Jyoti has towards me? I'd say very loving, very caring, very positive. I feel like it's mostly very positive, yes. Miss Finn says, woohoo! Great. Aries says, will my partner end up permanently living with me instead of moving into his own apartment? It seems most likely. It seems most likely at this point. Such girl says, is a sweeps going to visit me? Yes. There's a yes on that. And Keita says, should I forget about the OC batch and don't try to be friends with people anymore from there? I guess a yes on that. And Keita says, should I forget about... Oh, wait, sorry, I read that one. Such girl, is my sister going to visit me? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Jan, hello, welcome. Miss Venus says, has O applied to get his visa again, or has he given up on that? I feel like there's about to apply. I feel like it doesn't, unless it's been done very recently, I feel like it's about to be done, more so. And Keita says, why you said she isn't truthful in the first question. Why you said she isn't truthful in the first question. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's some, I do feel like there's some negative traits of this person. Everybody has some negative traits and some positive. It doesn't mean that if someone's like a manipulative or a liar or something like that, it doesn't mean that that's because that's part of their personality, that they don't try to be good or that they don't like you. But you do have to be mindful and careful of those people, you know. Joella says one more like to get to those live streams. Yes, we do have to. I think we have 21 right now, so greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much. Jan says, so apparently Anne visited Caden in real life for his birthday. Are they a couple, and why did she visit him? Yeah, I mean, they're definitely a couple. There's definitely a connection. Even though he doesn't like it to have an official title, there definitely is something there. There's definitely a couple in some way. I feel like they are a couple, but he doesn't like to put an official title on it. So yeah. Um, Thank you for that. Dorella, I greatly appreciate you. Um, I'm glad you hope so for Shweta. Sorry, Saj Girl. Um, Jan says, does his family like or do they think they are a thing? They do think they're a thing and they do like yes. Ari says, what's my partner's current intentions and plans for our relationship? I'm just still really feeling this like this has to be long term. I need this to be long term. I'm really trying to keep this long term. That's kind of what I'm feeling. So that's really nice. Ankita says, will Josie be able to clear her exam in January or one group or both groups finally? I'm getting yes to both. Joella says RTL and I twin flames. I'm guessing no on that. Ankita says, if I get this interview opportunity, will ARVG, will I get selected? Yes. I guess a yes on that. Sag Girl, Sweep's going to visit me this month. I do feel like it might be this month, but I'm still feeling that it's going to happen. Josie, hello and welcome. Sag Girl says, is Jay a pimp? I guess a no on that. Jan says, why does he not like putting a title on it? Is it because he is ashamed of her compared to me because she is a downgrade? I feel like he's just not really ready for it. I don't feel ashamed, but I don't feel like being ready at all. Jyoti, will I be able to clear all my obstacles that's incoming in my life next month? So I feel really positive on clearing obstacles, but I do feel it would take a bit longer than a month, I'm really sorry to say. Firebird, hello, welcome. Zorella, who is TL living with at this moment? Someone he's dating? No, I guess no on that. Jan says, will they still distance at the end of the month and cut ties in January? Distancing's looking like it's moving along a little bit, but I feel like distancing will be January. Cutting ties completely, I'm not 100% on that. Firebird says, going to a party tomorrow, any love interest my way? Yes, but I don't feel like they will be confident enough to approach you, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Jarella says, let's try to get this live stream to 25 likes. Yes, I greatly appreciate that, Jarella. Shout out to Jarella. I really appreciate you. Sashko says, is Honey Ram going to deposit more than $400 to me? No, I guess no on that, unfortunately. Ari says, how is my partner? My partner look for engagement rings at all, and if so, when's the last time? I guess a no on that, I'm really sorry to say. Firebird says, how will Scorpio be around me at my friend's party? I feel like just physical distance, but a lot of glancing, a lot of looking at you, a lot of not being able to take his eyes off completely. Jan says, did something romantic happen between them during the trip, or was it purely platonic? I just feel like there's closeness. Like there could be some kissing, hugging, holding hands. I don't feel anything sacral, but I do feel like there could be something that's a bit more than platonic. Yes. Sashko says it's Jay a player. I feel like there's been player energy. I feel like there's intention to not do that. I feel like there's intention to change. Sashko says is Jay going to break up with me on a date? I get a no on that. Josie says, how's my next month going to be? So I don't do broad questions. So guys, if you are new, I really greatly appreciate you. My name is Venus. This is Secret Frequencies. So this is Crystal Ball. We do many different types of readings. We have pendulum, tarot, channelings, and things like that. Crystal Ball, we ask specific questions because how are things going to be? How's my month going to be? How's next year going to be? It's too much of a broad question. It would take me maybe 20 minutes, 30, 40 to look at that. So what we do here is specific questions, and you can look at in the chat if you're unsure about types of questions to ask. But if you do want a full in-depth reading from me, all of my information is in the description of the video. I have my website, which is secretfrequencies.com/shop, where you can see all of the things that I offer. So I do cleanses, Reiki, sound healing. I do spells like love and money spells, and I do more in-depth readings than I do on stream. So I do readings like I am now, but they're more in-depth and they're one-on-one. So you can have tarot, crystal ball, anything like that you want. So let's see what we have here. But for Jyoti anyway, I'll pull a card for you anyway. We'll pull a card. Let's do a spirit animal for you. You have the wolf spirit. Very nice. The wolf spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. So one thing with the wolf spirit, you know, the wolf spirit's really nice when we're looking at knowledge as well, because a lot of the time we learn a lot from people and we feel really positive, like someone has taught us something. But one thing sorry, I'm really stretching here. But one thing that we kind of forget is that in our life path, in all life lessons, we all learn very important things, no matter how they manifest to us. They're all very unique, and you have a lot of knowledge to share as well. And I think we often forget that. We forget that we are very powerful. We have knowledge to share. We have experiences that other people can learn from. So don't forget that you have knowledge as well that you can share. Don't feel like you cannot be that student role, teaching people things, sharing your knowledge at times as well. Sasgo says, is Leo going to have Thanksgiving with me? I guess a yes on that. Jan says, how did Caden even agree to her visiting him and meeting his family? I don't understand why he agrees to that. They aren't a couple. So yeah, so as I said, it's they kind of are a couple. Just because they don't put a label on it, or they don't kind of like the energy is very couple-like, you know? It feels like there's a very platonic energy to it. Like, it doesn't feel like there's much romantic action, you know, like physical romantic things, but there's definitely something there. It's like friends. It's very platonic. It is like friends, but it feels like there's some areas where maybe they're just a little bit more connected. Like I'm saying, it's difficult because it's quite platonic in the sense of, like, you know, there isn't really a lot of physical interaction, sacral energy. It is very platonic, but there's definitely something there, as we know, you know, they've had a connection for quite a while. So Miss Venus says, aside from my soulmate, will there be other men attempting to enter my life seriously? I don't feel I was a real option at the moment. Okay, I guess a no on that at the moment. Firebird says, did Scorpio and Miss W meet this week in secret for his birthday? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Jan says, did they actually kiss? From the pictures, they didn't look close, even in candids. They weren't holding hands. And with me, Caden is very touchy, so I feel like they'd be more coupley if they are a thing. Okay. Not really feeling much in a way. Like I said, physical things just don't really feel to be there right now. Miss Venus says, and who is the most likely to be my next boyfriend? And what does it look like I'll be in an official relationship? Yeah, I definitely feel like the new person coming in is more of an option at the moment. So it feels like that energy is kind of taken over at the moment. So do feel like they're more of an option. Yeah. So I would say being in an official relationship would be like kind of maybe March, April, May time, you know, calling it a relationship. Firebird says, how does Scorpio feel not getting a birthday message from me? Definitely a little bit concerned, a little bit unhappy, I would say. Maya says, why the ex of Samuel was unfaithful to him with one of Samuel's friends. She had lust for this person. She wanted revenge or what? Yeah, I'm getting the strong lust energy come through. Lust energy. And Keita says guidance for Jyoti's exams on January. I don't really know what to say with that. Guidance for it. Let me see. Guidance for exams. think preparation is really coming through. Preparation and confidence. So preparation. So I would say maybe some work on the solar plexus chakra for self-confidence and self-belief. But I would say preparation is 100% the most important. John says, what is the most recent thought he's had of me? Yes, I'm definitely picking up that you were in a dream again, maybe like 2 or 3 days ago. But he's not really remembering much of the dream, kind of knowing you were in there in some way. A love card from Miss Venus. Yes, here we are. So you have, nothing has gone wrong. Trust the process. This connection is divinely timed. Nothing has gone wrong. So things are still going as they should. So trust. Firebird, how will Scorpio feel about me being at friend's party? Okay. I'm getting a little bit nervous. Maya, the friend of Samuel that was in bed with his ex is a handsome guy. You think Samuel will still be friends with him after he betrayed him? So I can't really say yes or no to handsome because it is kind of like a subjective kind of thing. But I am feeling like there's definitely I don't feel like there's a complete break of the friendship, but I do feel like it's affected the friendship, yes. Thank you, Jarella. Jan says, was his family confused over Anne being there because the last thing he told them was that he had feelings for me? No, I definitely don't get confusion because there's definitely been talking about this before it happened, you know? Jarella says, subscribe. Yes, thank you so much. So yes, so if you are new, I'm Venus. This is Secret Frequencies. We do many different types of readings like this all the time. We have crystal ball, channelings, pendulum, tarot, and then more obscure, strange readings that you may never have had, like bone reading and flower reading. So yeah, do subscribe if you're new. If you're new, just have patience. I'll get to you in the chat. Please ask specific questions for the crystal ball. And yeah, all of my information is in the description of the video as well. I greatly appreciate the likes. Super chats are optional and super stickers as well, but greatly appreciated. I do appreciate the support to the channel. So again, shout out to Maya for the super chat and shout out to Dorella for really helping in chat today. That was very sweet of you. So Firebird says, why did Scorpio and Mr. W get up to when they met this week? There's definitely flirty energy, flirty touchy energy, yeah. Yeah, definitely romantic. John says, when is David going to ask to be official, or is he going to leave things as is? I feel like a 6 weeks to 8 weeks. Ankita, how does AA feel after I text him today? Very positive. I'm guessing very positive energy there. Jarella says, oh, TL and I soulmates. There's definitely a soul connection. I would definitely say that a soulmate or a soul family member in some way. Such Girl says, is Jay after Cash? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Ankita says also preparation on solo practice thing. Yeah, but I would definitely say the confidence, because sometimes when we go into something, even if we're very knowledgeable and good at it, our own self-doubt can hinder us, you know? Firebird says, can you tell what ethnicity is my future committed person? I'm just getting very similar energy to you. So I'm not getting anything specific, but I'm getting very similar energy to you. Jan says, did the prolonged period of distancing between them get moved to January then, or is that completely gone? Yes, I feel like moved to January, yes. Sajka says, is Leo going to have Thanksgiving with me? It seems there's a possibility here. John says, how did he feel after the stream because I was there? I feel it's a little bit like trying to remember what it was and then just brushing past it, unfortunately. Sashko says, watch Jay's intentions with me. I feel like they're uncertain. I feel like there's this desire and draw towards you, but not a full plan of action or like a reason. It's just kind of this draw to you, you know? Miss Venus says, in a previous crystal ball, you picked up with Seer's feelings from regret. When it comes to me, what does he regret? I think like being over judgmental and not making enough effort, I would say. Tanya, hello, welcome. And Keith says, as you said, she will clear her exam. So will she also get an articleship by February end? As that's the criteria to be able to final exam for September 2028. Yes, I guess a yes on that. Firebird says, why would Scorpio be nervous seeing me at party? It's just kind of being unsure of how you will act and how things will go, and there's all of these things, you know, it just feels a little bit like I do feel like it's a bit more of an excited nervous, but I still feel like it's kind of just something coming up there, like, oh, you know. Yeah, maybe how it would go, how it would turn out, you know, being unsure. And Keita says, how many interviews should I have to give before getting selected? I'm guessing 2. And Keita says, to the universe, think I have capacity to score at all India rank in CA final. Yes. Guess a yes on that. John says, did he see me yesterday and did he feel I left because I saw him online? I was playing and ran into him and got upset seeing him again, so logged out right after I saw him. Yes, I guess a yes on that. Tanya says, what does Arnav think about me after our last interaction? I just get hopeful energy. I get really hopeful, like really wanting things to progress. I do get hopeful energy. Tanya says, because there was lots of sensual tension between us. Yeah, so maybe that's why there's hopeful energy. Firebird says, what was Mr. Blue's intentions with Scorpio? Romantic. Definitely feel romantic. And Keita says, why did I have a dream, that weird dream today where I was being betrayed and left alone? This is definitely a worry dream. It's like the subconscious worry of loneliness, of not being within a friend group or being within a circle, or not feeling connected enough, feeling left out. It's just very a lot of subconscious worries coming up there. Miss Venus, how does my dad feel about how I cleaned, rearranged, and redecorated his new home office? Yeah, I feel really positive, happy, very grateful, feeling very positive energies there, so that's lovely. You must be good with the feng shui. Jan says, what will be the cause of them just distancing? Him just not really feeling it. Him not fully feeling it. I mean, I already feel like they're not fully feeling it. It's very, like I said, there's a lot of platonic energy there, but I feel like he won't fully be feeling it. Sachiko says, if I don't give Jay cash, will he leave? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Tanya says, is my cat Aura alive and safe? She has not yet come back and has been missing for a while. I'm so sorry to read that. I don't want to check just in case, but I will check it for you, okay? Yeah, I am actually getting safe and alive, so best of luck with her coming back. And Keita says, so as that was positive, will they themselves ever try to build a connection? It's positive, but seems quite unlikely. You're very welcome, guys. Tanya says, by the way, I love your outfit. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. I'm still wearing it, although I felt like it was quite Halloween-y. I wore it kind of like around Halloween time. But thank you. I appreciate that. Firebird says, I'm hoping to mingle with those who catch my eye and flirt. How will Scorpio feel about this? Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of jealousy there. Miss Venus says, update on my brother's mood and mental health. Okay. I'm feeling like there's some hope. I'm feeling like there's some hope and some personal forgiveness, but I feel like overwhelmingly it's still on the negative side, unfortunately. Mary says like 24. Thank you. No, it's like 42. I wish. And does my ex think I'm seeing other people currently? Yes. Get a yes on that. And Keita says, when will Jyoti get a new positive man and get rid of this junkie A guy? Feels like 3 to 4 months to that. Espina says, oh, what was C judgmental about? Just kind of like how it feels. It's more like how your lives fit together, and different opinions, different beliefs, like how that fits together. I feel like it's just a little bit of feeling like maybe he was a bit too judgmental on that. And Joella says, has TL told his mom about me? Yes, I guess a yes. Hello from India. Hello from the UK. Very lovely to see you. Slash Girl says, will I start a successful business? I guess a yes on that. Jan says, is he ever going to be official with or is it looking like things will stay as is with we'll move on before they ever become official, since Caden doesn't want anything serious with her? Becoming official, like really making it official and connecting it in that like sensual way, it doesn't look that likely still, to be honest. It still looks like this is kind of a platonic dynamic, so I would say it's unlikely. You're very welcome. You have a nice tattoo. It says Prashant. I'm not sure how I say your name. I'm sorry. Thank you very much, because the tattoo says Secret Frequencies, and that is the name of my channel on my website. So I greatly appreciate that. And we also have the Venus symbol. So I have the Venus symbol for my name, and then we have Secret Frequencies. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. Kitty says, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Will I get air if I work for it and manifest? Will I get an air? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I'll still check it. This is looking something that's not super high prominence, but I would still say yes, there's possibility. Firebird, will anything eventful happen between me and Scorpio at the party? I guess a no on that, I'm sorry to say. Tanya says, when will my cat aura return to me? I got like 3 to 4 weeks. Oh my gosh! No, we have trolls! I don't want messages like that. I'm removing that one. I'll put you in timeout. There we go. Firebird! Will I be selected for a role I just applied for? Yes. I guess a yes on that. Scorpio says, will Jay pursue me? I guess a yes on that. John says, did he feel that I logged out because I saw him? How does he feel about my avoidance of him, especially given I didn't send a birthday message? Yeah, he definitely feels like that's the reason that you logged out. And I would say that he's kind of grateful for the distance at the moment. I do feel like missing you will come up, but I feel like he's grateful for the distance at the moment. Ankita, okay, universe and my father, are they happy with you? Am I being a good human, or do they think I'm being intrusive to other people while helping? Okay. I feel very positive energy. It feels like, yeah, I would say positive. Sag Girl says, what's my mental health like? Yeah, I would say that there's a little bit of work needed, a little bit of help needed there. Tanya says, does SJ have a thing for me, or is he Arnav's friend? Does SJ have a thing for me? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Sasha says he hasn't asked for cash yet. Well, that's good. So don't give it. Don't give it when he asks, And Kita says, does AA want to be friends? And if yes, did they take their step back after knowing the age gap? Yes, I guess a yes on that. I would say I'm getting confirmation on that. Firebird says, do more people at work suspect Scorpio and Mr. W sneaking around with their arranged work trips? How many? I got like 2. Jan says, last time we got that Caden is going to weigh things up with me, and that will be a partial cause from cutting hair off. Why is this? Is it just compared to me, I'm less drama or more so his type? Yeah, and it's more of a romantic, sensual connection as well, where with her there isn't really. But I think he's quite happy with that at the moment. I think he's happy with it not being like that. So guys, if you have not liked the video yet, please do like it. I greatly appreciate that. I am jumping off pretty soon, so I'll get through as many more questions as I can get through. But yes, I greatly appreciate you subscribing, liking the video. I will always be back. I'll be back. I'm thinking maybe might be able to make a member stream tomorrow. I haven't scheduled it just in case because I am busy. But if I can, I'll do like an impromptu member stream at some point. But the rest of the member streams next week will be planned, so you'll be able to see them on the homepage. So Tanya says, "Does Arnav got jealous when I get chummy with SJ?" Yes. What's my mental health? Saj Girl says, what's my mental health? I don't really understand the question. And as I always say, mind, body, and spirit are very important, but we need to balance everything out. So if you are having issues with your mental health or your physical health, you should always seek the advice of the appropriate healthcare professional as well. Don't solely go by divination and things like that, spiritual work. You need to also be looking at the mental and physical side of things. So going to the correct healthcare professionals. Ellie, oh no. Yeah, Ellie, hello, welcome. Elisa, will Flavio come back to flirting or being interested in me? He's having physical issues now and he seems understandably detached. Okay, so will he come back to being flirty? Yes, I get a yes on that. Dorella says, one more like to get 25. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. And it must have worked. So thank you. Tanya says, can I get a card of your choice? Of course. Let's do Tanya, a spirit animal. So you have the whale spirit, and that is trust the great mystery. Now the whale spirit's very nice. It's very calming, very relaxing. You can connect with the whale totem animal if you're having trouble with sleep or have your third eye is too active. You can connect with the whale totem, so you can do that. Firebird says, what Scorpio hope to happen between us at the party if he calls a rift? I don't think he's hoping for anything. I think he's a bit wondering if something's going to happen, but not really necessarily hoping for it. Sashka is Jay going to ask me for thousands? I wouldn't say thousands, but I do feel like you will be asked for money, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say. And Keith says, okay, should I forget about this guy? I do have a boyfriend. I don't think of this AA guy like love, but I don't understand my concept thinking about this AA. Yes, it definitely feels like forgetting about this person is probably in the highest path, I would say. Will Flavio feel better with his medical issue at some point and when? Okay. I'm guessing like April, so there's a little bit of time there. John says, has he checked my profile to see if I have blocked him? Does he think that I will? He hasn't checked, but he does think he will. Firebird says you're flying through today. Yes, I am. I'm guessing everything is coming through very, very quick. So yeah, it can vary. It really can vary. There's just so many different things that can influence this. But yeah, I am feeling like I'm kind of on the ball, or on the crystal ball, I should say, on the ball right now. So guys, I would just mention one more time that if you are new, my name is Venus. This is Secret Frequencies, and I do sessions like this all the time. Many different types of readings. So please do subscribe. Please do like the video. If you realize you haven't liked it already, please do like it. As I always say, the likes on the video are votes. So the videos that get more likes are the videos I'll keep coming back and doing more of. So if you really like crystal balls and you like getting crystal ball answers, you will want to like the video. So I will keep coming back and doing it. Let's see. Ankit says, what was AA's view of me during this 15-day class? There's some attraction. There's definitely some attraction and some draw to you, but it's not super strong at all. Jan says, when will he reach out and message? Is he contemplating reaching out? Oh, I think we've been 2 hours since the music stopped. Is he contemplating reaching out? Yes. I guess a yes on that. I think there has been some contemplation. Miss Venus says, how does my brother feel about the support I've given him during the difficult time? Especially because I was angry at him like 2 weeks before because he asked me for help and was bossing me around. Yeah, I definitely feel like there is some level of like feeling like a little bit entitled to something from you, like you should be there in some way, but there's definitely more of a gratitude energy coming through. So I do feel like there's gratitude, feeling very like a love energy. Sashko says, am I going to manifest 10 million? Oh, that would be nice. I'm guessing a no on that, unfortunately. I'm really sorry to say, but I hope that can change for you. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Ankita says, trolls go to hell. She's, oh, sweetie. That's very, very cute of you. Yeah, that's so annoying. Ankita says, what was the view of overall bash towards me? I did my best one in 2 classes, still nobody made a friend. I really wanted to make some connection here. I'm really sorry to read that. I feel like there is some positive energy towards you, but yeah, I can understand what you're saying. It does feel a little bit like, it feels like there's a lot of clicks going on that were all already kind of their own kind of clicks, was what I would say. Sweetie Patootie, that's so cute. You're so cute. Shout out to Ankita. Jan says, why is he grateful for the distance at the moment? Is it just due to Yeah, and just he wants calm energy. He doesn't really want drama or to feel like pressured. So I feel like he felt a bit drama and pressure towards you. Thank you, Dorella. I greatly appreciate you. So guys, yeah, we really are going to have to be finishing up. So let's see. Let's see. So we'll do just under 10 more minutes. So let me see. So what I will do, I will say one more time. I'll do my spiel one more time. So I'm Venus. This is Secret Frequencies. We do readings like this all the time. So you're very welcome to subscribe and stay with us and come on to the streams whenever you want. There will always be free readings. If you're desperate for your question to be answered, you're very welcome to send a super chat. And any support to the channel, members, super stickers, greatly appreciated. If you are a member as well, most of the streams next week are probably going to be member streams. If I can fit in some subscriber ones, I will, but I'm going to really focus on members next week. So yes, and please like the video if you haven't liked it already. I greatly appreciate that, and we'll get through whatever we can in this last like 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you for compliments on the outfit. Tanya, what does my faculty, Niha, think about me as a person? Yeah, I get really positive energy with this, like really, yeah, I just get really positive energy, like really likable, really liking you. It's kind of what I'm getting. Jan says, why does he think I am avoiding and distancing from him? He thinks you're just giving him space, which is what he wants, so that's good. Tony says, okay, don't judge, please. But what does Honor think when we both are standing close? Because I have seen him blush around me, oh my gosh. Yeah, I would definitely say there's blushing on his side too. Maybe not. Maybe a bit internally, if that makes sense. Like feeling that energy. Let's see. Firebird says, Scorpio, no, I'm going to party. Still not confirmed if he is. He's not fully confirmed if you are. So guys, so I really do have to be finishing up. So what I will do, I'm going to scroll through the chat. If I see a question that kind of speaks to me or stands out to me, I will answer it. If you are new and you're not necessarily new, but if you've just jumped in, you haven't had a question answered yet, I will answer that as well. So let's just see. what we have here. Jasmine, I had a dream I was in a building looking around with some people. The building was nice and they took us to the 10th floor. What was the dream all about? So the people are kind of representative of support use, so they could be real people or they could be spirit guides or anything like that. But leveling up, like going to the different floors, is like leveling up. So the first floor will be like, you know, beginning stages. Second floor will be, you know, like this journey of like self-discovery or spiritual enlightenment, advancements. So you're going to the 10th floor. So that's very significant and symbolic that you're vibrating to the highest, one of the higher levels, you know. Miss Mia says, thank you so much. I'm glad I was able to. Yeah, I love when I can catch you. I'm so glad. Some of the people that have come on today, I'm like so grateful that you have come on. Tarala, is TL thinking of me the reason why I'm thinking of him? Are we in each other's energy? Yes, I do get yes. Sarge says, would my aromatherapy business be a success? I guess a yes on that, so very nice. And Firebird says, thank you. And Joel says, does TL think I'm dating at the moment? I guess a yes on that. So you're very welcome. So it looks like we're naturally coming to an end, actually. Well, I can't see any more messages. Maybe it's just my YouTube with that. Leela, I'm just jumping out, so I've just caught you. So as Leela says, did Matt give them money from his account to his girlfriend? Did she ask for it? Yes, I get a yes on that. Sashiko says, wow. Stola says, does Derek still have romantic feelings for me? Yes, I get a yes on that. Leela says, Lee's feelings towards me, please. Very positive, feeling a connection, feeling an attraction. Very positive, likable. I feel like super friendly vibes coming through here. And Sashka, we did the manifesting 10 million. It came as no, but I was being hopeful and saying I hope that you still can. I hope the energy can change for you. But it did come as no, unfortunately. Stola says, will he reach out and when? I guess a yes, but I'm seeing a very long time frame, like maybe 5 months. I'm really sorry about that. So, Usage Girl says, if I ask Jay for cash, will he give it to me? I guess a no on that, unfortunately. I'm really sorry to say. Sorry about that. Lisa says Muslim. If you're asking if I'm Muslim, I don't subscribe to a organized religion, but I appreciate different elements of all religions. Ankita says, so there is no chance of the future connection with AA, so I should let go totally. And does they also think about me? Yeah, I don't really feel like there's too much of a chance, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say that. I think letting go would be for the best, but there's a little bit of a possibility. I don't know. It depends if you want to kind of try to go down that lesser prominent path, you know? Is Jay rich? Shashka says. I'm guessing no on that. And Sola says, does Derek think I'm seeing someone else? I'm guessing no on that. I think we are naturally coming to an end. If you do have any last questions, post them and I may answer. But I will just say, if you haven't liked the video yet, please do like it. Even if you only just jumped on, it's really important to get a lot of likes on the videos, because then I know that you like that kind of video and I'll keep coming back and doing it. You know, if we got to like 40 likes on this video, then I would be trying to come back like every single day. So, you know, it just gives me that motivation, if you will. So Ankita says, so I guess I might another professional friend. Jan says, when will he contact me and message? It feels like at least a month. Wakama says, will Sophia confess her feelings to me soon? Guessing a no on that one. Ankita says, have I got evil eyes from someone because I feel like it? Unfortunately, I'm getting yes. I'm really sorry to say. I'm very, very sorry to say that. So yes. So guys, I think I will jump off now. So I really greatly appreciate you. I'm so glad I could catch so many of you. Really, very, really, really glad. So we did do 2 hours, so that's good. As I always say, all of my information is in the description of the video. So I have my Facebook, email, and Discord are the ways to contact me off stream. If you want to message me privately, you'll find those links in the description. My website is secretfrequencies.com/shop, and that includes my like Reiki cleansers, sound healing, which is one-on-one with me. It also includes readings that are more in depth than on stream, and it also includes spells like love and money. So you're very welcome to just check out my website. That all of the sessions are very reasonably priced, and if you are a member, you get half price on a lot of things. So if you are a member and you want to buy something, message me first for the discount code, and I will send you a discount code. So yes, that's everything. Love, light, and blessings to each of you. I hope I can catch you soon. If I do jump on tomorrow, it will be a member stream, but I'm not 100% certain if I will. I will try my best. I'm trying my best. But as of tomorrow, I will be scheduling next Sunday and next week, which will all be will mostly be member streams. So I really hope to see you there. And do look out for the posts section, and look out for polls, because polls you can vote on what times and what days work better for you. So keep updated with the post section. Love, light, and blessings, and I hope to see you soon.